If you're building web apps inside of VS Code, your day-to-day development is about to get a super boost of productivity. Now, the VS Code team recently introduced a new integrated browser, and it completely changes the game compared to the old simple browser. That was awesome. It was there, but it was simple. Now, the new integrated browser enables you to open and interact with web pages directly inside of VS Code. You can use it to preview your web applications, test authentication flows, and even select page elements to add as context to your AI chat prompts. And you can even take screenshots too. Now, best of all, you have full dev tools available to you. So you can easily diagnose errors that are happening inside of your app. But it actually doesn't stop there, as there are new chat tools that are now available that enables chat agents to use browser tools to open and interact with pages in it. So that means you can not just implement the features, but you can see them tested, navigating around in real time to verify it yourself and that the chat agent has access to. Now you got to see it in action, so let's take a look. Okay, here's Scott Hanselman's Tiny Tool Town website. It's an awesome website where you can share your tiny tools. I've been building a bunch of tiny tools and building tools for the Tiny Tool website. So let's go ahead and get the website up and running with npm run dev. This is just an Astro website. So I get, of course, a URL to open up the website and I can click on it. And if I want to test my changes, I just start navigating around inside of here. I could take a look at the DOM. I have full access to all the dev tools, all those things. Now, if I want to go and get some stuff from here into the chat, I might copy some things from the DOM, or maybe I go in and take a screenshot with Tiny Clips, my application that I built, which is on Tiny Tool Town, and I start to mark it up and copy that, and I bring it back into VS Code and, just paste the photo in there or paste whatever snippet of code I might have from the browser. So this is nice because I can take things from the browser, put it into context that in this case, GPT-5.3 Codex can take a look at and then analyze, and I could have it change that button, for example. But having a browser inside of VS Code makes doing this a lot easier and is a lot more powerful. So I'm going to open up Simple Browser, which you may have used in the past, which enables me to bring a simple browser directly into VS Code. And Simple Browser has been around for a long time. It allows you to navigate your website like I'm doing here, just kind of test your changes in general, anything that's client side. And then you can hit this start button and select elements. And when you tap on something, it will put the entire div container that you have selected and also a screenshot as well. So it's super duper nice to give additional context really easily directly to the tool and to the coding agent. So I really, really love that. Then I can ask it to make changes and do whatever I want it to do. But if I was to have a server application or wanted to browse something like github.com, it's not going to be supported there. And there's a bunch of other limitations too, like, access to dev tools, for example. But the team developed a brand new integrated browser directly into VS Code. And an integrated browser is the evolution of Simple Browser, and it is fully integrated browser. So I can just boot up that URL again, and I get the same tools here to actually go and select the different elements, bring them into the chat window. But there's so much more to this new integrated browser. So I can actually have access to the entire logs, and I can one-click add the logs directly into the chat. There's not a lot happening. But I can also open DevTools, right? Get all the elements, console, services, networking, application, performance, all those goodies directly inside of VS Code. So this is super duper powerful. I can do other things like, find in page, open new tabs, clear a bunch of things. And of course, I can even test out my server applications as well, like here navigating to github.com. So that's great when I'm testing authentication or I'm doing a bunch of other things too. Now, one thing is I always want to use a new integrated browser. So the team put in a setting here to use integrated browser when you hit that simple browser command. That's nice because some agents will launch simple browser, or you might have that set up, and now it will open up directly the new integrated browser. So boom, just like that, and you're good to go. But there is a ton of new functionality built in. So if you go back into settings, type in browser, and then under Workbench, you enable the enable chat tools. So this is going to enable the chat agent to use browser tools directly to open and interact with pages in the new integrated browser. And this is crazy powerful because you'll get this brand new share with agent button. And when you do that, it's going to say, hey, the agent's going to be able to read and modify the browser content. Are you cool? Yeah, I'm cool. Let's share it with the agent. So now I can just say, hey, let's go ahead and test this website. So if you've ever used Playwright, for example, you can just go say, hey, navigate the site, click on browse, type in tiny clips, and then navigate to the details. So, since the chat agent here has direct access to the browser, it can do all of these commands and navigate around. And in addition, it can also use Playwright if it can't do something out of the box. So, if it needs to investigate or go deeper or run scripts, it can do that as well. So, here it's going to say, I'm going to navigate the site. I'm going to go search for tiny clips. And here we go. I'm not touching anything. I'm not doing anything. It is off just running and just going ahead and browsing. And now it's noticing that, yep, here's tiny clips. There it is. So, and it's telling me exactly the steps around the way. So, this is powerful. If you had just implemented a new feature and you wanted to test it out, you can immediately repro it and actually even create prompts to do that over and over again. But you can do way more powerful things. So, for example, let's say I go back into the home page and I want to add a little count up timer. I might first go ahead and add a little bit of information here. It's like the DOM of the hero of where I want to put it. I'm going to tell it to add a count up widget that counts up, and I want it to be not only on this home page, but I also want it to be on the browse as well. And there's kind of a control there, but I want it to be fancier, right? So I wanted to create like a reusable control, and then I'm going to tell it to also test it and verify it. And this is an important step with agents. Is not only should it be able to implement the code, but it should also be able to test the code, not only with like unit tests, but with end-to-end tests. Maybe you have Playwright tests already set up, but you may want to just check the validation even before writing the Playwright test, right? So this will go off. It will do the thing, which is implementing the code to do this count up control. And then what it's going to do is put it on the browse page and then make sure that that functionality is working between the two pages and update the code if it needs to at any time based on the testing that it's doing. And boom, there it is, 204 tiny tools and counting. So that's quite a lot of tools. That's pretty good. And we can see here, now that it has it, it's going to go ahead and now update it. It's going to go ahead and then search for like the tiny clips. It's going to do some building here. It's going to make sure everything's running. And then it's going to go ahead and do some polishing. So it just asks to run it again, and it's running it. And then it's going to go ahead and read the browser, look at the content, navigate in, and boom, we have not only the 204, but also the filtering as well. And here again, it's going to go through. It made a few more changes, and then it's going to run and validate itself over and over again. So this is just absolutely powerful tool now directly built in to VS Code. So go check out the integrated browser that's going to enable you to give you all the functionality of Simple Browser and so much more to really super boost your productivity when building out websites. All right, there you go. That is a full look at the new integrated browser now available inside of VS Code and those new chat agent features that are available as well. Definitely check them out and give them a spin. It is a blast to see not just your application updating and changing in real time as the chat agent integrates new features or fix bugs, but also see it validate these things in real time since it has access to take screenshots, to look at the DOM, and so much more. Give it a go in VS Code today. Happy coding.